Hello, hello, hello. I hope everybody's having a good weekend. Mine's been chock full of a lot of work. Actually, yesterday was kind of a me day. I didn't really want to do too much work. I had been working 2 jobs most of the week, and so I was like, okay, we need to just chill a little bit. So, today's video is brought to you by Peach Tea. We're triple fisting. Got coffee, ice water, tea. How's everybody's weekend been going? I have a little bit of news I'd like to share. Hi, Nancy. How are you? So glad you could make it, girl. How's the new house? Are you loving it or what? Are you guys all settled in, all unpacked? My neck and back. Oh, jeez. So yeah, I've been doing a lot of jobs this week. Sometimes I didn't even have enough time to do my online job. It was back to back with other work. So life has been hectic. Life has been crazy. I hope everybody else's is going good. But for real, Nancy, are you guys all moved in now? Are you unpacked? You're still in transition. Oh, it's been a little while. That's kind of the first thing I like to do in order to get myself settled. Everything's got to get set up. Everything's got to get put away. Everything has to have its own spot and whatnot, before I can even really relax. I don't know how you are, but I've moved 3 different places within this one house, and every single time I moved, it was just as fast as I could get things situated was how I was able to relax, and everything's in shambles and boxes and stuff everywhere. I'm just oh, I can't even relax. It just won't let me, it bugs me. So going fishing, right on. Hi, Rosalinda Ramirez. How are you? I'm not going to have too long to stay on with you guys today, but I did want to share some stories with you. I don't know how many of you are aware of some of the other worldly news that's happening for various countries and people, right? There's storms from Sierra and Dennis that have literally caused $360 million with 82,000 people affected by, floods and stuff in the UK. So just shocking what people are going through, and, the sheer devastation, right? With losing everything to a flood, there's no recouping those types of things. Once they're damaged by waters, they're damaged. It's really difficult to, get whatever it is back to new, right? So all of these people's homes, hundreds of thousands of homes and businesses, and just crazy amount of people that are affected by all of this is insane. So I was reading some of this and I thought, oh, we have got to talk about this, for if nothing else, to send prayers, because this is insane, what they're dealing with. Just crazy, some of these numbers. The floods caused an estimated 214 million in damage, with 3,350 homes and 1,500 business properties. The flooding bill was 21.7 million, and they surpassed their flooding bill times 10. Just crazy. Wind damage payments and stuff are estimated to come to about 150 million. So some pretty serious numbers there for sure. Looking better than ever. I just kind of tossed my hair up, put on some lashes, a little bit of blush. Good to go. But thanks, King Shavers. Hi, and I don't know if I said your name correctly. Sorry. No kidding, right? Honestly, just shocking to see some of these numbers. So apparently the Dennis and Sierra storms were the highest since the Desmond, Eva, and Frank storms that hit the UK in quick succession in December 2015, causing $1.3 billion in damage. So some places in Yorkshire and the Midlands, like I said, some of these storms have just been insane. Storm Dennis had hit 16th and 17th of February and was felt by the Scottish Highlands to the Cornish coast, large parts of Wales and Northern Ireland, triggering a record-breaking number of Environment Agency flood warnings and alerts in England. And the storm is believed to have caused the worst winter floods in recent times, partly because the ground was still saturated following the storm Sierra a week earlier. So the insurance claims and stuff are through the roof over there. And I thought this story was worth sharing so we could send our prayers that way, right? There's also still quite a bit going on with Austria with their fires. I don't know how many of you guys have been watching the news for some of these current issues, but the hot and the dry conditions helped drive Australia's bushfire crisis, which, would be 8 times more likely to happen if the global heating reached 2 Celsius. So they didn't even need that much heat in order for this to start happening because of how dry it was. Systems severely strained by what's called the Black Summer bushfires. Australia's bushfire crisis began in spring of 2019 and burned at least 7.7 million hectares in the south of the country, claiming 34 lives and causing an environmental disaster. More than 1 billion animals were killed and threatened species were pushed forward towards extinction. Thousands of homes destroyed. The 17 scientists from across European and the US used computer climate models to examine the impact of the increased levels of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere on the risk of intense fires, right? So the bushfire study used the computer models to look at the metrics called fire weather index, which is one of the ways to predict the severity of fire and combining the wind speeds, the relative humidity, the temperature, the drought, and of course the flammability of the fuel. The index is widely used across the world to forecast dangerous wildfire conditions. The models found the probability of the index reaching levels seen during Australia's bushfires had increased due to human-caused climate change by 30%. So that's quite a big, hi Tanya, thanks hon. That's quite a big jump for sure. for the bushfires and stuff, like just by, you know, our own living and what we're doing and whatnot. It's increased the probability of having more. That's crazy. The scientists said, though, that the influence of the extra greenhouse gases was likely much higher because when they compared the climate models to the actual temperatures, they found the models underestimated the extreme heat seen during the bushfires. This video is brought to you by peach tea. We're going to try this peach tea. Which kind is this one? Mango green tea. Whoop, whoop. Only 160 calories for the whole can. Well, now that's pretty good. Sodium, because we are all into our health and what's good and not good for us, only 65% or 65 milligrams, 3%. 3%. Carbohydrates, which I do not like, 41 grams, so 14%. You know, not as bad as some other foods. You can look at it like that. 0% fat, and there's only 41 grams of sugar. So, cheers. Hey, Billy, how are you? Aw, thank you. Rosalinda Ramirez says, poor animals I saw in the news. The koalas coming out burned. I know, right? There were people that were literally filling up their vehicles with these poor animals. And the animals seem nothing but relieved. You would think, you know, because they're in the wild, they may not understand, but they're really smart. They knew exactly what some of those humans were doing, was saving them, you know, putting them into their vehicles and driving them to safety. And they would just, I just saw them like sitting there, like they weren't tearing up the car. They weren't acting wild and crazy. They knew they were in danger, and they knew so much that the stranger picking them up out of the danger was a good thing. It was kind of like shocking, right? It just goes to show you that like every animal has a little bit of a personality, and I think they do understand, you know, they're not stupid. So hi, Mark. Billy, are you going to behave today? No, ma'am. I can't promise you that. Too funny. Well, I just thought it was endearing to see how, you know, they just understood. They sat there in the vehicle kind of playing with the handle of the passenger seat, like looking at things and just realizing they were in a clean, fresh, safe environment. I thought it was kind of cool to see them noticing that, you know. I don't know if you guys happened to witness the same thing I did, but it was pretty cool. Oh, I've got to order this product for a product review here, you guys. Really cool product, though. Stay tuned for that. It's not going to be anytime soon, but it's coming. Load, please. Gracias. Sorry, folks. I had a correspondence emergency, to be honest, and I had to get that. I had to get it answered, like now. So my apologies. Hello, Linda. It's getting warmer in New Jersey. Yay! We have had some nice weather here too. It's actually started melting, so it's pretty good. You have to go with the kiddos now. Well, have a good day. Catch some small fish in a nearby pond. Right on. Well, you have a wonderful day. Say hi to the fam jam for me. I wish you nothing but the best. Hello, Linda Cormier from Canada. New to the channel. Welcome. I'm so glad you commented. Let's all welcome Linda Cormier. If there's anybody else that's new here, please hit that subscribe button. Everybody's welcome. Everybody's allowed to comment. And nobody, and I mean nobody, is going to attack another individual here. Not while on my watch, not here. Has Canada been hit by the coronavirus? Yeah, we've had a little bit of issues. There was some people traveling and stuff that had come into contact with it. So I will check it up for you now, though. But yeah, there has been. I've heard some things on the news about it. So Canada created on the Government of Canada site some interesting tidbits and information as to what, who, and where has been affected by the virus. So as of March 7th, it's been confirmed that there's 28 cases in Ontario, there's 27 cases in British Columbia, and 2 cases in Quebec. So I'm in Manitoba, so there hasn't been anywhere I live particularly, which is good news, right? But there has been some other places in Canada, and I believe that was due to traveling, that it was picked up upon or whatnot, and potentially it was going to come back here. So all of those cases, in my opinion, are the ones that are coming back from traveling somewhere and they didn't have proper immunization or what have you to combat that and needed to go through the quarantine, cleaning before they were kind of allowed to re-interact and integrate into society and go back to work and school and whatever else they're doing, right? So I'm new, Billy, you lie. Aw, there was a lady that took her shirt off to save one and just didn't make it. Aw, that's too bad. But yeah, you had 2 cases there, Tanya. Tried to get hand sanitizer, but we're sold out. Yeah, that's usually what happens in any kind of a crisis when it hits the news, is that everybody who's preparing for it will, buy out what the heck's going on in the stores. It's happened here too, back many times actually, when there's been crises of certain products, or there's something that's going to happen with the weather and they're creating a little bit of panic. There's people that rush out to the stores and they pick up whatever they can and whatnot to help them and their family, right? Make sure that they're okay. So as far as for where I live, there hasn't been any particular cases in this, but I have seen that exact thing happen, Tanya, where there's been some kind of a crisis and it's been all over the news, and next thing you go into the store and like there's just all kinds of stuff that's just bought off cleared the shelf, gone, there's no more left, and then the crisis comes and goes, and lots of times there really wasn't that big of a crisis. So yeah, Linda, it's crazy how I don't think there would have been anybody affected if there hadn't been some traveling that was done from Canadian citizens that went to other countries, and then all of a sudden there was the potential chance that they may have encountered, this virus or whatever. So it continues to be monitored all the time, and the people who were affected were, gone to special quarantine stuff to clean it out. So, but definitely a scary situation for those fires around the world, and all kinds of these natural disasters that are hitting various places. It always makes me wonder what's going on in those countries in that moment. How much wrong is happening there that's created for God to allow some crazy natural disaster to come take out however many hundreds of thousands of people and whatnot. And I'm sure there's some good that were affected in there too, but it just really, really, for me, kind of prompts that question of what's going on over there, that they're being affected by something like this. So it always makes me wonder those kind of things when I hear about these natural disasters. It makes me wonder, makes me think back to the biblical times of Moses creating the Noah's Ark and stuff, right? I mean, it was coming to have everybody washed away because of how much evil and sinful and whatever times that was going on. So interesting, that's for sure. But only he knows the big picture, right? Only he knows. And anybody know about the Nashville tornadoes? It's been a tornado that's ripped apart pieces of Nashville, at least 140 buildings, killing 25 that they know of at the moment. Authorities going through the painstaking process of trying to recover people who are lost or remains that have been found. Just to find people buried in rubble and trying to get them out to safety and stuff, This was on Tuesday morning. One of the twisters caused severe damage across downtown Nashville, destroying a historic stained glass church and leaving hundreds of people homeless. There was a state of emergency that was called, which helps to free up funds for financial assistance and streamline supplies and services to those that are affected. So whenever a government, claims a natural disaster type thing, an emergency crisis, that is when the government will release funds to the area in order to help them financially recoup. Hello, Rajesh. How are you? Thank you, Mr. Chan. Hi, Yvette. How are you, honey? Yeah, that state of emergency definitely helps release funds to various people affected. So, of course, they discovered, plenty of blown down walls and roofs and snapped power lines and huge broken trees, blocking out, streets that you couldn't travel on now because, of all the debris and whatnot. Schools, courts, transit lines, airports, and state capitol were all closed, and some damaged polling stations had to be moved only hours before the Tuesday voting had began. Residents of the historic Germantown neighborhood walked around in dismay at the emergency crews closed off the roads, and roofs have been ripped apart, and apartment buildings and trees are uprooted, and debris littered many sidewalks, walls toppled, exploding, living rooms and kitchens, and damaged homes, and mangled power lines, broken trees piled up on top of cars and rubble, and basically just as if someone took and shook the whole place and left it like in shambles. It's interesting. Some of the residents there were saying that the dogs in and around the area were barking like viciously kind of thing before the sirens went off to alert, citizens of what was about to happen and what was coming. The dogs are already going crazy, apparently, trying to tell someone that this is coming. We need to get to safety kind of thing. There's some videos that were posted about the incident and showing the very well-defined tornado moving quickly across the Nashville area, flashing with lights as it ripped open living rooms and exposed kitchens to the elements. Just crazy, crazy, crazy. Hello, Kotcher. Oh, you're back? I just Dad and the kids for fishing today. Alrighty. Yeah, it really sucks, Tanya. Totally. I have to admit, this mango green tea is really yummy. Nouvelle saveur. Sans colorant. So no added coloring, natural flavors. It's a new flavor. I love that it's only 160 calories. And there's a bit of caffeine. Right on. Perfect. Because I need that. I'm going to my job after this. One of my jobs. My goodness. I could barely get anything done with my online jobs. Never mind doing other jobs on top of what I was doing. Oh my gosh. Too many times try to get your live video. Oh, you mean you've had difficulties trying to get into the live videos? Mind you, last live there on Wednesday that we did with Nicole Sunkel, she decided she wanted to do a redo of that. So that's why you guys never did see the upload or post of that live. But again, like I said, I wanted her to be the one to make the decision because it could have very well put up what we had. But she was like, you know what? It was a really good practice run. We'll leave it at that kind of thing and go from there. So I'll let you guys know when and if she's ready to redo. And I think we're probably going to record it first and then upload, so that any of the people that were involved or know about this story because of who it involves, they won't be able to mess with it. It'll already be recorded, and they'll just have to sit and live with the fact that she's decided to share. Every day I have a live video? No, not every day. Twice a week, Wednesdays and Sundays. Wednesday is at 6 p.m. Ooh, but that being said, I know that I've been talking to you guys about, amending the time, and I think I may have to do that actually, but I won't know for a few more weeks actually. Yeah, the pre-recording is going to be better because that was her concern, is the fact that who is involved in this story and what happened to her may be concerned about her sharing that information. But I mean, it's her freaking story. It's what she survived. It's what she went through. And if the person in the status community of this guy, because he was a firefighter. I don't think he is anymore, but you're not supposed to be taking an oath to help people and turning around and hurting your spouse, right? So, he may hate that this is going to come out about him, but if he hated that so much, he should have just not done what he did to her, So, but whatever. Hey, Karen Game, how are you? Been a while since I've been on. Hope you're okay. Well, you know what? We're surviving, right? How is the Twitch? I heard it's more for gaming. That's why I never, I think I signed up a Twitch account a long time ago, but I just never use it. I'm pretty sure I have an account with it already, though. Excuse me. So yeah, from my understanding about the platform, it is for gamers, so that's why I never really used it. Hey, what's up, Tambra? How are you? How's your makeup line coming? Have you gotten any further, or is still a no-go, or what? Aw, thanks, King Shavers. You're sweet. That's sweet of you to say. Thank you. No, there's just a chatting section. I don't see that here. Like, I'm looking at the site right now, and I don't see that. I see just chatting, but it looks like that's a certain person's platform. Yeah. Well, she's got really good views, eh? That's awesome. Yeah, looks pretty cool, but like I said, I had just thought it was for streaming, so what does that say? That's fine. On hold now, just creating it. Still, my dad has been in the hospital for 12 weeks with cancer. Been very draining. Aw. Hi, Fox5 Love. Happy International Day. And shame on the person who actually said that last week. Meanwhile, it wasn't. Like, geez. Are they trying to make me look stupid? Because that's how I felt. It's a good thing I don't take things too personally, or I'm not too, worried about that. But yeah, happy International Women's Day for today, not last week, not in February, today, March 8th. Seriously, some people. You have not been on for a while. Yeah, I noticed. I hope everything goes better with your dad, though. Is he going through treatments and stuff? Or is it just sort of a waiting game at this point as to what's happening? Twice a week. Wednesdays is at 6 p.m. Sundays is at 1 p.m. But like I may have to redo the the Wednesday one. I don't know what this work schedule is going to look like yet. But like I said, I'm not going to know that for a couple weeks. So right now it's 6 p.m. on Wednesdays, 1 p.m. on Sundays, and both of those times are central times. Central time zone. This is so yummy. Yummy, yummy, yummy. He went through the radiation and got through that. He'll hopefully start Keytruda. What's Keytruda? Keytruda. What is that? Prebembrolazepam works as an immunotherapy to help fight certain cancers. Interesting. I have never heard of it, so of course I had to look it up. Yeah, I just looked it up. But I appreciate your support, girl. I haven't seen you in a while, so it was really nice to see you. I hope that he gets better. Of course, we're all going to send prayers as usual, but those go out every night to you guys for me, so. My outfit is just relaxing. Just Lululemon. Hi, Sarah Perry. Pray for your tooth? Okay. No problem. Yes, you have a good day too, Tambra. It was good to see you again, girl. We're not going to be staying on too much longer today, folks. Like I said, I have to go out to work after this, so I thought I'd come on, share a couple of natural disasters currently hitting the world, do a little discussion, and wrap it up myself here, because if I wasn't doing 2 jobs today, I'd love to sit and chat all day. I just can't do it. It is my birthday. The outfit is just, you guys have seen it. It's infected and it has to be pulled. Aw. That's too bad. I actually needed these 2 teeth on myself, both same spot. Was I bit my tongue ring. I used to have a tongue ring. I still have it. It's 14 karat solid gold, but I don't wear it anymore. But yeah, I was eating and I chewed and I bit and I cracked that tooth, and then another time I cracked that tooth, and it was like $1,500 to get the dental work done on it. I was just like, oh, I can't afford that per tooth. So I ended up getting it pulled. myself. But yeah, happy birthday to you, Clifton. It's your birthday. Wishing you lots of laughter, love, good food. I have to let that lady know that I probably can't meet with her today. If any of you guys go and check out my online site and you find that you're having issues trying to place any orders, can you let me know? Because that's happened to a couple people. And I've been dealing with tech support and stuff about it. So if any of you guys go and hit up the store, I know Nancy's made a couple of orders and everything's worked fine for her. Mary made an order, everything worked fine for her. I've made an order, everything worked fine for me. But there's some people where I live specifically that keep saying that they're having issues and they can't get into, they can't get to the full checkout process. So, excuse me, I would love to know if anybody else has any other issues and to please, let me know. The makeup is the best seller, so I'm definitely going to share that link with everybody because it's just awesome. For real, though, I haven't had like good quality makeup in a long time, and you just kind of forget what that's like when you're used to using like drugstore stuff or what I don't want to say cheap, but that's exactly what it is it's cheaper products, right? And so when you actually stumble on quality, it's like, wow, I can't believe that I was doing that, the cheaper version for so long, especially when you find quality makeup at amazing prices. And the Huda makeup that I have going on my site are amazing prices. So please check it out. Excuse me. Yeah, there were a couple things that even I placed an order for, though, that I wasn't too impressed. And I ended up taking out every single item that was sold by that particular, there was a couple actually. So I ended up taking out all the bad products for, that weren't that great of quality. So I do fine tune it and fix it literally every week. So if anybody's having any issues, I'd love to hear about that. That's the only way I'm able to actually fix it. So, but I absolutely love the quality of the Huda makeup because it is just such nice. It feels like silk going on your skin. It's so soft. The color pigmentation is so nice and sharp. It's not too much, but it's just enough to be like, wow, I can't believe I got this for this price, which is exactly the kind of deals I like to share. When you're just like, this is so amazing and I can't believe I got it for this price, those are the kind of deals that are good. The bargains that are just cheap, those aren't fun. Like, it's like, oh, so I got this crappy product, for cheap, but sometimes too cheap is not good. Sometimes too cheap is just cheap. And, this Huda stuff, oh my gosh, like I literally have every single product because of how awesome it is on your skin. Seriously amazing. I just want to message this lady, though, and let her know that if she wants to meet before I go to work, we're going to have to do that. Like, we have a short time frame of a window here. See if she wants to meet before I go to work, or maybe just another day. You know what? I was actually looking at that exact case yesterday. Letitia Stouch. I don't know how to say her last name. She seems a little unstable, don't you think? South Carolina. Booked into Criminal Judicial Center mid-Thursday morning. I feel so bad for the boy's biological mother. Just heartbreaking to imagine sort of trusting somebody with your son only for him to never come back home. I mean, honestly, how much more heartbreaking can you get, right? Rosalinda, you will not be disappointed with that makeup, girl. Holy, is it ever nice quality? I absolutely love the pigmentation and the amazingness in the product. Oh no, you are more than welcome to go into Sephora and pay like $75 for one of their palettes, but why would you want to pay full price if you don't have to? That was my big point on selling the makeup on my site. If you don't have to pay all those high prices and you're still getting the quality, why would you want to go into the mall and the store like that and pay triple the cost for one? I mean, you can literally get, I think I have on my site, you could get all 6 of them for like $250. You could get 3, maybe 4 max at Sephora at the prices that they have. Like, so yeah, you're more than welcome to go and find another channel, but are you going to find one that's as affordable as mine? No, I don't think so. I stand by the fact that I have an amazing price, and the quality. I'm going to go get one and show you. All right, check out the Topaz Obsessions. Just gorgeous. Look at the packaging, so pretty. Huda Beauty. So pretty. Ta-da! So pretty. That's my more natural palette that I like. We've already gone into the purple one too, as you can see. I'm obsessed with the obsessions, I must say. Like, check out the colors in these ones. Just gorgeous. Absolutely stunning. Seriously, though, it feels like silk going on your skin. There's a green one, too. So you get your greens. Get your greens. Just gorgeous. I'll show you the blue. Sapphire. The Sapphire palette is gorgeous. Like, look at those blues. Just stunning. So pretty. You can literally get all of them for the price of like 3 of them in frickin' Sephora. So, you know, you're more than welcome to go and buy straight from them. But I personally wouldn't want to pay that much. Some people think that the more you pay, the better the quality is. That's not necessarily true. And we have the lipsticks. Huda. I love these Hudas. Again, they just feel like silk. So pretty. Amazing on your skin, I'm telling you. Anyway, we're just going to have a whole show about makeup. Jeez. Anyways, yeah, absolutely gorgeous. They feel amazing going on your skin. You can't go wrong with the quality. It's just so amazing. And this tea, so good. Yum, yum, yum. All right, you guys, as much as I'd love to stay here all day, I got to get to my other job. So if you guys enjoyed the video chat time today, please give it a like. And if you're new to the channel and you haven't yet hit that subscribe button, what are you waiting for? It's right down there, just right there, that little red button. Subscribe. We have a lot of interactive conversations here. And the more people bring their difference in, you know, their perception or their opinion, the better diverse we are. And, you know, maybe might help somebody think of something in a different way. That's what the, you know, the awesomeness of bringing in different diversity to the channel, having all those different perspectives where somebody can say, have you ever thought of something like this? Or did you know about that? Or whatever, right? And nobody's going to gang up on you. Nobody's going to attack you. You're fully entitled to your opinion and you're allowed to share it. Just don't attack another person and we're good. We're golden. But yeah, we're going to be back on Wednesday at 6 p.m. Central Time. We'll hopefully have an amazing, wicked story, a wild story for you, good or bad, not sure yet. But and then we'll be back next week, Sunday, again at 1 p.m. So I thank you guys all for your online love and support. I truly appreciate you guys. And I will see you all again soon for another true story with me, Sherry Wiens. Bye for now, folks. Have a great week.